What is going on, my friends? This is Gino breaking down UFC Vegas 60, the full card breakdown, Sandhagen versus Yadong. I'm not going to waste too much time, but before I get into it, if you have not done this, hit the subscribe channel or hit the subscribe button on my channel and like the video and leave me a comment on your favorite fighter of this week, betting or DraftKings, and tell me why. If not, just give me a letter or something because it really helps the algorithm. All right, so I broke this down in my last video. Sandhagen wins this fight, I think. I think he wins. If they fought 5 times, I think he wins it 3 or 4. I think that he's just more experienced. I think he's better, and I think that's why there's a big disparity in the pricing between the two. But I will say this. It's a 5-round fight. Either guy is going to score well with volume and a finish or just a quick finish. I do think Sandhagen will accumulate quite a bit of volume. He scored 78 fantasy points in a 5-round loss to Jan. Okay, so I'm going to be elevated on him, but I'm all in on the fight for DraftKings. This is an all-in fight. Gregory Rodriguez versus Njoku. I like Njoku. He's minus 105. He is, according to DraftKings, the dog, but I think that the value's there. But I'm going to be invested in both. It's set at 1.5. Somebody's getting finished. Nobody's over $8,500. These are the fights that win you tournaments, especially if they're lower owned. Algeo versus Feely. I'm going Algeo. Value boy, plus 110. I think he gets it done here. I really do. I thought he looked great against Herbert Burns. Destroyed him. People can say he hurt his leg, all that. He beat the crap out of him. And I think he keeps it up. He's got 2 to 3 takedown upside. He scores 80 to 95 fantasy points and wins. So at 7,900, that might not be enough. But I'm going to go Algeo or pass because on the other side, Feely does not score well and wins. Betting-wise, I might sprinkle a little bit on that 110. Pfeiffer versus Emmadowski. I am not going to overthink this. Pfeiffer is the favorite for a reason because Emmadowski's not good. Okay, 9,700, it seems a little steep. Unless something with ownership comes, I'm not going to be crazy about him because, like I said, I think mixing up all these lower $9,000 and $8,000 guys are in some of the $7,000 dogs I like. That's going to be where you win a tournament in DraftKings. Pfeiffer has 8 career finishes. Both of them are relatively unknown. But again, 60 in the 6,000s, they hardly ever win. And I've done that across multiple back tests. Nascimento versus Bozer. I like Bozer. Bozer went the... I keep saying this. Bozer went the distance versus Cyril Gahn. Okay? I think that is something to consider. If you look at it, Gahn finished Tuivasa like nothing. The under set at 1.5 here, and I think it favors Bozer at minus 195. I think the line could be further. I think he's that much better than Nascimento. I think he gets it done, but I'm going to be... There we go. I am going to be heavily invested in both fighters. Live show, guys. I'm going to be heavily invested in both fighters, and I think Bozer gets the win here, and the lean's going to be here. And when I say heavily invested, I'll just be elevated on Nascimento. So if he's 8%, I might have 15, maybe 12. Marc-Andre Barriou versus Fluffy Hernandez. I like Fluffy Hernandez to get a finish here. One of the way he's got 7 confirmed finishes in his 9 wins. He's 3-1 over his last 4. He's a finisher. He can get the early finish bonus. He scored 117, 135, and 94. 94 came in a decision win, but that's still enough volume to score well. That tells you he can score well. Barriou is no walk through the park. That's why he's in the plus 145 range. At 7,500, he could score well. He's got a range between 80 to 132 fantasy points in DraftKings, so I think this is a fight to get in on. Now, Sabatini versus Jackson. I'm going Sabatini. I think that he's the favorite for a reason. He's got 5 to 6 takedown upside. He's 9,000. He is one of those $9,000 guys I like more because I think he can score well. If you look at Damon Jackson, he beat Kurt, Charles Rosa, Aruta. None of those guys are that great. And then he got destroyed by Topuria. I don't think he wins this. I'm going to go heavy with a lean towards Sabatini. I do think Jackson's heavy-handed and could get a finish. If he gets an early finish, then what? We're talking optimal lineup potential. So I'm going to be invested in that. Louis Kosei versus Giles. I'm going Kosei or pass. Giles does not score well. He doesn't have the volume. Even in a finish, he could just not have enough volume. Now, it's set at 1.5, but I do like Kosei to get it done here. I think he can. And Giles is $9,100, but if the over's 1.5, I mean, it could end up hurting me, but I don't think so. I think even if he goes like one round and then in round 2 gets a finish, Giles could still not score enough. McMahon versus Aspen Ladd. Okay, we're going to go Ladd, and we're going to go Ladd by submission. I like it. I think that she can get it done here. She has a round 3 TKO versus Kutstakaya. Both girls have lost to good fighters. However, if you look at McMahon, she's just done a good job of getting finished by good fighters. She hasn't had a submission finish since 2017. She does have 2 to 5 takedown upside. She's low volume in the striking department. So with that, I'm going to look at ownership leverage, but my lean is towards Ladd, $8,400. I do like her, especially if she can get a finish here. Lukabume versus Gomez. I don't like it. Fade. Ogden versus Zellhuber. Under 2.5 is minus 125, which tells us there's a good chance of a finish here. Zellhuber submission is what I'm picking, so I am going to have a good deal of him at $9,400. He's pretty expensive, and it's going to be Zellhuber or pass, because Ogden is a relatively unproven fighter, and he's got 9 confirmed finishes. I just don't think he gets it done here at $6,800. Agapova versus Jillian Robertson. Agapova versus Jillian Robertson. Okay, so I like Agapova as the dog here at plus 115. I am going with her. I think if you look at her, she's got the submission loss to Miraz, and then she's got a TKO loss to Dobson, but those are pretty good fighters. Now Mazzo, she got a submission win. So I mean, she is a live dog here, and if she gets a finish, especially early at 7,700, yeah, she'll crush it. But I'm going to be fielder higher on both girls because they will score well. Again, Robertson's a favorite at minus 140, and she is only $8,500 with finish potential. Basharat versus Gravely. I'm going Gravely here at plus 155. I'm going to be heavy on both fighters. The under 2.5 is minus 115, which tells us these guys could get some volume, get some striking, and get a finish later in the fight. So I think this is a fight worth investing in. Again, 7,600, 8,600. All right, guys. Hey, to sum it up, I'm gonna play 150 and I'm gonna just mix it up. But I am gonna make some fades on some of these high dollar people. It might be a little risky seeming, but I do think it will pay off. I really do. I think that like 9,700, I will play them a little bit, but I'm not gonna go crazy with that. It constricts your lineup a lot, and there's just people in great spots around those fighters. So if you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to put the link to DFS Army in the Discord, or not in the Discord, to the Discord in my description. Join us now. We just had $1 million winner in football. We're crushing it. I'd love to have you with us. If you use my promo code DFLGino, you get 10% off. All right, guys. Hey, good luck, and let me know how you do.